So let's talk about the recent earthquakes and stuff over in California, as well as just, what do I think about the whole thing? Well, first of all, I really feel bad for Californians because this has got to be a frustratingly just overwhelming year for them. Over the weekend they had a 6 point something earthquake, and then later on, like 2 or 3 days later, they had a 7.1. And that's a pretty powerful earthquake on the Richter scale for that area. I read somewhere that the highest magnitude that the San Andreas fault could possibly generate is about an 8.3. So, and that's at the high end. That's at like the most powerful. So, considering it's only 12 points, well, 1.2 points away from the full force of an earthquake in that area, that's kind of devastating, and that's kind of sad and scary even for people. Granted, it's not like it's going to cause California to fall into the Pacific. I've read the National Geologic Survey or whatever, people that say, yeah, that can't happen. But, it would be depressing and somewhat sad for people to have to go through that. I've seen videos of people having to throw away a lot of stuff because, well, that's broken, this is broken. Stores had to get rid of a lot of product because, oh, good Lord. My friend and I were watching the news coverage of it one day, and they showed the inside of this this one alcohol store, and we were both like, ooh, because all across the floor, broken bottles of alcohol. That's like, oh man, that is so depressing. I'm not a big drinker, but good Lord, the value of that must have been astronomical to have to replace and even had to cover for insurance and stuff. And this is one of the reasons why I'm never going to move to California, even if I do frequent there for a career as a creator. I'm never going to move there because, one, it's too close to a fault line that would possibly devastate me more than anything else. And two, it's too close to Washington, where Mount St. Helens is, and who knows when that one will end up wanting to erupt. I'm also never moving anywhere near Yellowstone. We may not ever get the super eruption that everyone likes to hype up like it's the next 2012 or whatever, but I don't imagine that living near an active caldera that has frequent enough eruptions, even if they're not the big one, would be any fun. I'm just saying. So, but I feel really bad for the Western coast. I really do. There are a lot of people that are going to have to clean up. There are a lot of people that are going to have to just rebuild, and that's kind of sad. Also, on an unrelated note, I read about a month ago that up near the coast of Lake Erie, up in Cincinnati or whatever, we had a quake, which is interesting because if you know anything about geology, you know that Ohio is probably one of the least geologically active areas in the States. And yet we got an earthquake. It originated in the lake itself, but still, it was like, really? An earthquake in Ohio? Who would have thought? I don't know. It just goes to show you stuff happens. And then you learn to adapt, I guess. I don't know. I feel like this is all signs of something bigger coming. Something drastic, maybe. I read reports about what would happen if the super volcano did have a super eruption, and the biggest effect would be a global cooling by a couple of degrees for the next 20 to 30 years, which would be fun because that would mess up every single weather pattern on Earth. Not to mention, most of the United States would be covered in at least a few inches of ash, which would do great wonders for the crops. Sarcastic. But yeah. As if Ohio doesn't already have enough trouble with its growing season. Oh, good Lord, the farmers are just trying to recuperate from all this rain and stuff. Thankfully, the last couple of weeks have been dry, but we've still got areas that are flooded from 2 weeks ago. And it's like, really? What gives? I mean, over by one of the local lakes, there's this whole swath of land that they say won't even be dried up by the time winter hits, which, again, is quite depressing. Quite depressing. So, I mean, you gotta really understand that life's gonna happen, but you also have to realize that, being safe, having investments that are ready for a disaster are really important. So, and I'm learning a lot about that with Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University class. My sister got me into it, which I really appreciate that. And I'm learning a heck of a lot about what not to do with my money, including spending it as soon as I get it, which is the hardest bit. I've got $30 sitting in my savings account right now. This is the most I've ever been able to save past the 5th of the month. And I've got to see about accumulating enough for surgery in a couple of months, which will be fun. Yeah, fun. So yeah, I'm hoping by the end of the month to have a flow of cash coming in somehow and making that into a good income for the future. Maybe that'll be how I get stuff going. Maybe that'll be how I get my channel going again. Thankfully, there have been a couple of updates with the alternative platform I was using, DTube, and I can now just post videos straight to my channel there by copying and pasting the links of my YouTube videos here and posting them over there. So I will be doing more of that, hopefully, and kind of generating more content over there as well. So that will be nice. That would be wonderful. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys do enjoy every single one of the videos that I post here and every single one of the videos that I post on my future channels. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a devlog channel, and I'm also going to be doing the the gaming. Not I don't remember what the second channel was supposed to be. Probably just my music channel. Yeah, but I hope to do more with that here in the coming months. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you very much, and I'll see you guys again very soon.